my friends, welcome to God Focus this morning. The title of today's episode, Fountain of Living Water. Water is necessary for our very existence. Our bodies are made up of 70% water. We need water, yet we take it for granted. Most of us go and turn on a faucet or a knob, and we have water running effortlessly into our sinks, while others suffer from little water or drought. In Africa, many of the people walk for miles to get and carry water to their homes. It is one of their daily chores because they need water daily. They understand how precious water is to human beings. Spiritually speaking, we need God's living water daily. It is all that will truly satisfy our weary souls. Jeremiah 2:13. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water. In order for the body of Christ to function properly, we cannot neglect God's living water. Many churches have allowed the world to creep in and have become broken cisterns that cannot hold water. Too much of the world has crept in and allowed the living water to leak out. God told Jeremiah that his people had committed two evils. The first evil was that they had forsaken God. Lots of churches have a form of godliness and say they believe in God, yet their actions are not like followers of Christ. John 4:14. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into the everlasting life. They choose to do things their way, and they don't talk about the cross or salvation. They teach on living your best life or how you can prosper. Everyone wants to be highly favored, but no one wants to pay the price for that favor. God is calling his people to higher ground. He is calling us into deeper waters. We want to stay in the shallow end. Shallow water is all vanity. It is a place of man's favor, a place of comfort and complacency. In order to be in a place of free-flowing water, we have to seek God's face. We have to be in his presence. That is the place we find living water. We cannot forsake God, the fountain of living water. Neither can we look for other things to fill the void. If we try to fill our lives with other things, we become broken cisterns that cannot hold living water. Things of this life are temporary. They cannot satisfy long term. Once the temporary attractions wear off, the enemy has something else waiting to keep our focus off of God. But make no mistake, the enemy is good at counterfeit. He can paint a pretty picture, but if the picture he paints doesn't draw you closer to God, then it's not the right picture. If you are truly thirsty, only ice cold water will do. We may try to drink soda or tea, but nothing will quench a thirst like water. There is nothing the enemy can offer to quench the thirst of our soul. Only Christ's living water is able to quench that deep down thirst. Jesus told the woman at the well he could give her living water and she would never thirst again. I've often thought about this never thirst again part. How does one get to that place of never thirsting again? Ephesians 5:18. And be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit. If we can stay in a constant state of being full, there will be no room for thirst. As we pour out what God has poured into us to others, we have to be refilled by being in his presence. This is what it means to never thirst again, getting to the place of being constantly refilled by him. Thanks for watching. Until next time, be bold, be brave, and keep your God focus. Like, share, and subscribe for more encouragement. Have a wonderful weekend.